Good morning to you. Right now it is 4:30 early on this Monday, and you're looking live at our city skyline. Lots of news to get to this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank goodness, Cody, we didn't have any rain on those cameras there because it has been a sloppy weekend in Nashville.
Yeah, both sad.
Take a look at this. This was the scene of a fiery truck crash in New Jersey. We know that this tanker lost control and overturned early Saturday morning. Now the crash sparked this massive fire right on the interstate. Both sides of the road were impacted as smoke started to pour in from the crash. Police say the driver was attended to, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Right now, a person is in critical condition after being stabbed at a gas station. Here you can see the female suspect standing there in the alley, and then a man walks out and shoots at a car. And the bullets also hit the Lincoln Tech welding school, causing an oxygen tank to explode. That explosion is what injured a student. Police say the two suspects are in their teens or early 20s. The female had on a black shirt and yoga pants, and the male wore a black hoodie and sweats. We now know the name of a man who was shot and killed in North Nashville. Police say 52-year-old Marty Adkins went out to a party Saturday night. He was walking along Moorwood Drive when he was killed. Later on, someone found him dead in the street. If you know anything at all about this case, call Metro Police. And a robbery in downtown Nashville ends in gunfire. Metro Police say one person was shot on 7th Avenue near the Holston House Hotel. They say the victim was shot in the back, but they are expected to be okay. Right now, there's no word on a suspect. And we have new details on a crash involving an off-duty Metro Police officer. Court records say that Clayton Smith had several different injuries, including a broken toe and dislocated knee. He's now recovering at home. Metro Police say Smith was off duty when Elijah Dowling ran a red light and hit his car. This happened near Hamilton Church Road in Murfreesboro Pike Saturday. Police tell us they believe Dowling might have been impaired. He's now been charged with vehicular assault and DUI. Developing now, we have more information about a deadly scooter crash in downtown Nashville. Metro Police say it happened near 3rd Avenue and Symphony Place. We know that a woman from Texas lost control while she was on the scooter and ran into a semi. Police tell us she died at the scene. We're pushing for answers this morning, and we'll let you know as soon as we have an update. And Clarksville police need your help finding the driver who hit a young girl on her bike. News 4's Justina Latimer spoke with her father and shares his message this morning. Over the weekend, hundreds of people gathered in Nashville to rally for abortion rights. The rally ended at the federal building and courthouse. Organizers say this was one of 11 rallies that happened across the state of Tennessee over the weekend. Similar rallies took place in several other states across the country as well. Moving now to our coronavirus coverage. A new study shows that vaccinated people are less likely to spread the virus. Experts looked at nearly 150,000 people who were in close contact with people with COVID. And a new pill designed to treat COVID-19 appears to be working in trials, but it still needs approval. Health leaders insist that this could be a huge step towards ending the pandemic, but they still want everyone to get vaccinated. Here's the very latest from NBC's Dan Shinneman. JetBlue workers will have to roll up their sleeves if they want to keep getting paid. A company spokesperson says all staff members need to be fully vaccinated. This comes after the Biden administration required federal government contractors to get the shot. American Airlines made a similar statement on Friday as well. Now, United Airlines banned more than 700 unruly passengers so far during the pandemic. CEO Scott Kirby says that's pretty low compared to the number of customers overall. And the CDC has new guidance on how you can stay safe while you're celebrating the holidays. First, they urge you to be fully vaccinated if you can. They also recommend hosting a video party instead of in-person gatherings. Developing now, crews are cleaning up a major oil spill off the California coast. More than 3,000 barrels of oil spilled out into the ocean. Now, this happened roughly 5 miles off the coast of Huntington Beach. Police in New York are looking for who vandalized the new sculpture of George Floyd. Police say they have security video showing a person mixing paint nearby before throwing it and running away. Right now, we're learning more information about the search for Brian Laundrie. Last week, police released new body camera video showing them speaking with Laundrie and Gabby Petito. Now, this was just after the couple got into a fight and weeks before Gabby was reported missing. Last Thursday, the FBI searched Laundrie's home and removed some of his personal items. His lawyer says the FBI took a cell phone that was bought days after he came back to Florida without Petito. The social networking site NEXTDOOR has just launched its annual Halloween treat map. NEXTDOOR says the map is their most popular feature every single season. This year, they partnered with Reese's brand to guarantee more treats than tricks. Here's a little something else to get you into the Halloween spirit. Check out these master carvers at the Tennessee Aquarium. The two divers actually did the entire carvings while they were underwater as a little bit of a contest. Superman did a little ghost, and Flash went with a classic jack-o'-lantern look.
Ooh, they look great.
Which one did you like better?
I think I like that one more, the classic, traditional
I
one.
did too. They did a great job with that.
I love the grill he's got, you know? I love that smile. I think it's awesome.
The two-tone blue went to New York and lost to the worst team in the league. For the second time this year, the Titans go into overtime. But this time, they couldn't come away with the win. And there's not a whole lot of good to talk about either. Ryan Tannehill was sacked 7 times and is now leading the league in sacks with 17. The team's first 3 red zone drives all ended in field goals rather than touchdowns, and the defense gave up 2 TDs to a rookie quarterback who had only thrown 2 in the first 3 games combined. All right, so one good takeaway from the game, our running backs were dominant and some other players were forced to step up. Backup Jeremy McNichols was actually the leading receiver in the game. He had 8 catches for 74 yards. And of course, Derrick Henry did his thing, racking up more than 150 yards and a touchdown. Right now, Disney World in Orlando is celebrating a milestone birthday. Disney World is turning 50. Now, the park started out as acres of groves in swampland, and then it turned into a massive theme park with hotels and much more. We have new data from the Tennessee Department of Education showing what teachers' experiences have been like during the pandemic. News 4's Alexandria Adams is live this morning with more on these findings. Good morning, Alexandria. Check out that downward curve. Just a little less than a month ago, we were at our pandemic peak. More than 3,800 at one time. Millions of Americans will soon face some major changes in the way they send and receive their mail. Last week, the United States Postal Service put out new standards for first-class mail and packages. Delivery times will be longer for about 30% of its volume. A man in Queens, New York was attacked by an animal on his way to work, but it wasn't an animal you would typically expect. It was a rooster. On the video, they were shocked to see a deer jumping through the glass door right into their home before running off just a few seconds later. You can see there the yellow plane completely crashed onto the highway in Texas. It happened about an hour east of Houston. Police say the plane was used as a float during a parade and it was supposed to be towed back to the airport. But someone thought it might be a little bit quicker and easier to just fly it back instead. This weekend marked the start of the 49th International Balloon Fiesta out in New Mexico. That's pretty cool.
Huh.
I've never heard of that before, not gonna lie.
That is awesome. Have you ever been in a balloon? A hot air balloon?
No, have you?
No.
Did you see the one that landed on I-24 last week?
I did, yeah. That's why I bring that up. That's wild. I mean,
a West Virginia couple is celebrating one of the most beautiful moments of their lives. They recently recreated their wedding 75 years after it happened. Here's Anna Saunders with the story.